This is Michael Thomas, and today is now the 25th of April, 2023, approximately 13:30 p.m. I managed to get some sleep last night. Half an hour, 45 minutes at best, and yet I still haven't quite shaken this concussion. It means I will need to get one more fire going before I get on my way and make my way to Staroy and beyond. Didn't want to have to waste my utility by making this fire, but I don't really want to brave a military area and a potentially highly populated town such as Staroy. With a concussion. Really need one of these 4 matches to ignite. First one is a doozy. Something's going right for once. We still have a way of protecting ourselves, but with our mobility being so impaired, we need to give this concussion some more time. I want to check this little dirt road that leads up to Staroy military. My father also mentioned in his journal some convoys that were on their way to big survivor camps such as DayZ may have been overrun and military equipment may have been left behind. The path then leads straight up to such a camp, which also has been overrun. Will there also be military equipment there that could help me potentially take on any bandits, any militia we may come across in Chernogorsk and beyond? But I'm a lame duck at the moment. I'm a sitting duck. I was trying to shake off this concussion last night. I did something I haven't done for about 19 years. I said a prayer. I asked Mum and Dad, what should I do? Should I just fuck this all off now and join them in whatever there is of an afterlife? If I am to suffer another setback, do I start the weary road again? Do I take the weary road again from scratch? And I promised them I would give them until at least the snow melts before I make my final decision on what the outcome of this personal journey will be, what its finality will look like. I prayed for the strength to carry on, so that if there is an afterlife that my parents so strongly believed in, at least when I meet them again, I could look them in the eye and say I tried. I may fail to leave this world as a better man, as a righteous man, a just man, in whatever form that might take, whatever that might look like. But at least I would have tried, and I can look them in the eye. And as painstaking as this journey will be with a concussion, I feel I have spent too long in Dolina. There is no military convoy on the path. So while we still nurse this concussion, I think it is best that I keep to the trees as I'm working my way up the hill. I could have sworn. I just heard a bear. Which really would make my day, and there goes the concussion. The timing is impeccable. Our movement is now free again. What we will have to do with that movement is another story. But while I have this heat buff, I think I should investigate a small hunter's cabin that is on the way to the military. Maybe I find more shotgun ammo, a weapon cleaning kit for the shotgun, so that it doesn't ruin in the middle of a gunfight or while I'm trying to fend off wolves or bears even. I think I would have to play dead if I saw a bear though. I think that's one fight that might be beyond me. We should have enough daylight. We should have enough energy now that concussion has gone and we managed to get 40 winks at least. In and out. In and out of consciousness. We should have enough to at least investigate the military. What happens there is anyone's guess. But the whole point of these tapes is to document any encounters, good or bad. So if good people who really want to make a better world and want to rebuild again find these tapes, they may be disgusted by some of my actions, like the ones I took in Berezino. They also might learn something, good and bad, from studying the journey I've taken in these last few weeks. That hunting cabin, little hut, is just at the top of this hill. If there are people with bad intentions looking for the ammunitions that will allow them to take advantage of poor souls, then this is one of the areas that they will come to. So I really don't think any encounter we have up here is likely to be friendly in any way. Maybe a question of shoot first, ask questions later. There's the hut, and there's the military. I will probably just go straight for the military. As a blizzard starts, those trail shoes have been swapped out by somebody. You don't actively see trail shoes in hunting cabins like that. You tend to see huntsman's boots, for example. Here comes another storm. This shit is relentless. If I ever live through this and get it out the other side, and I decide to live on my own terms, I don't want to see a fucking pair of skis ever again in my life. Frosty the Snowman is dead to me. Creepers. To be expected, military creepers. One or two at a time shouldn't be an issue with the bat. It's multiples I would be worried about. Or people taking advantage of me being cornered. Didn't I already have a Colt? Yes. A damaged one, though. Climbing up on there might just be the most stupid decision I make. But it doesn't look like, it doesn't appear to be a landmine there. And there does appear to be a weapon of some kind. K-47. Magazine's in decent condition. 3 bullets seems pathetic. But on semi-auto, it would do a lot of damage. If we found more ammo for it and a weapons cleaning kit, we could get rid of the shotgun for sure. Another creeper. Another weapon. It's risky, but searching these for extra 7x39 or 45 for the Colt or matches will probably be worth it. Munition for the Colt, a worn magazine. Visor helmet is no good to me. Another visor helmet. Some goggles we could wear, but we wouldn't be able to wear our head torch if we put them on. So I'm going to give that a miss. More backpacks. More ammo for my Colt. Let's make some room. So I'm gonna need to fight this thing. Hematoma I can live with. Check the body. Holographic sight I'm not interested in. Bring these out. Tree line. Where I'm a sitting duck, of course. There is one more thing over here I want to investigate. Which is dangerous. I probably could have seen up into it then. No, we can live without that. But we are getting colder. We can make our way down to Staroy. A new weapon on our back. Ammunition and a magazine for a Colt. Full mag. A little bit of change on the ammunition. I would say that was a success. In Staroy, there is also a medical, which could be as important as searching the PD and the hunting shop for more ammunition. Even as sick and tired as I am of these blizzards, these storms, this snow, Staroy is looking beautiful, covered in a white blanket of desolation. Trying to look out for fires, smoke. Even carrying these two weapons on our back. Our stamina is not the worst, but if we could get some sepsis, anti-cold and flu, and even food poisoning, anti-food poisoning medication from the medical, I would take that as possibly a bigger win. Than ammunitions at this point. We have enough bullets and weapons that if we were to be killed in a gunfight, having more ammunition is not going to be the thing that saves us. Shovel if we wanted to make a stash. I'm just concerned about space for medication. So I'm now prioritizing. I'm not gonna need that. I've got the Colt. Obviously food, more medications, some of them we don't know what they are. That could be a bone hook. We can make space by creating the bone hook now and not carrying the stack of bone. Combine the matches. Want to keep that to hand. Look, we do have something to peek into the distance with. And then our fish has frozen over again. Should have thought about that when we had our fire back in Dolina. But we're not desperate yet. We will probably need a fire before we consider leaving Staroy, though, and heading down a very long, lonely road to Electro, the Electro summer camp. I don't think I'll be able to bring myself to revisit the old family home. But if we can make it to Electro, we know we're only one city away from our destination, Chernogorsk. A few creepers milling about, which is actually a good sign. One of them is cottoned onto our being here. We don't need a belt because we're using the rope belt to save on space. This son of a bitch is going to have to be put down. Oh shit. Incredibly tough. Incredibly tough. Giving us pain, which we don't have medication for, but we are right next to a medical facility. At least it wasn't another full concussion. Let's stop and listen. See if we've got some more matches now. We've still got holding on to a flare, but another flare? I mean, we don't really want to use the room. The old kaleidoscope vision back. Sick of that too, aren't we, Mike? Seems to be a flashbang. We already have 2, but why not make it 3? Rubber slugs. Doesn't seem to be a lot in this PD. Does seem to be a lot of those outside, and we've got to plot our path to the medical carefully. M-lock mag we don't need. An M-lock itself or a CZ pistol we don't need. We've got the Colt. See if there was a shadow giving away their position. Scorpion magazine we don't need. That was a pretty desperate search of the PD. Our hematomas are clearing. Shit. Why do they seem to be converging at the back now? This bit's going to be pretty perilous. Need my stamina to come back up. A for the wall jump and to be able to do something to any creepers on the other side. This is so dangerous. Anybody sniping on the hill is the easiest target of their life now. Particularly with my blurred vision. Not being able to pick them out perhaps in the trees or on the hill. Firefighter pants have been dropped. Let's store that battery in the rangefinder. That looks to me to have been swapped out for a better rifle. We have to risk it. Maybe we have to hope anybody around is friendly, or at least acts friendly. Surgical kit, we already have one. Syringe, I'm pretty sure we don't, but we don't want to take a full one, not knowing what's in it. Neurox. Air towel. Ooh. Mesalazine. Mesalazine is for stomach issues. That's for blood regeneration. Citramin. Citramin might be for cold. I'd rather find tetracycline because we know what that's for. Refusal. I'm pretty sure Erefusal is for anti-stomach aches as well. So in terms of being able to eat rotten food, that wouldn't be a bad little run to the medical. There's a well, but I'm not going to go for it well. If a hematoma's quicker could be handy if we're swamped by creepers. Any snipers overwatching town at the moment could have a field day, but I do not want to aggravate a whole town of Zeds if it's not necessary. Stealth increases. Okay. Not the way we wanted it to go down. We got rid of him. We want to pick a spot for a fire to get a buff. To defrost our fish. Seeds. Detected. Let's try and regroup in here. For a second, get a bit of warmth. That's a pristine hatchet. Don't want to take your pants off, Mike. Little upgrade on the primary melee weapon. It's always favourable. We have the piece of fish, which will give us some hydration. No other food or water, I believe. No. So hitting a couple of houses up before we get a fire might be the ticket. And I know just the row of houses I've got in mind. Gas station. Shit. Those things just blend in to the backdrop of Staroy. Let me think. Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Actually lost my town bearings a little bit here. Okay, here we are. This is where I was thinking of. Row of houses down there. and around could be a good location for a fire, and we could check on the way for a little top-up or two. I like the white scarf. We don't need an IJ mag. A couple of cans of food would be nice. Let's check these buildings one by one. Battery, obviously, in our head torch. What colour do we have? White. Trying to scout ahead. Give us smoke out of buildings, movement in the trees. These little survival tips Dad gave me and Tony. We used to go on our hunting and fishing trips. Edging closer to Electro, ma'am. I can almost smell the old shepherd's pie I used to make on a Wednesday evening. What I wouldn't give for a large serving of your shepherd's pie now, ma'am. Let's check these houses along this row and decide where we want to do our fire. Mustache is an option. Baseball bat. Seems a little bit scarce of food around here. We've got that one piece of fish, but we would certainly, without finding any more, we would have to consider fishing before we get to Electro. A damaged wristwatch. Dad would like that. Finding clothing. Not so much as a morsel of food. Scanning the trees for people looking down on us, maybe sniping. I think we'll do our fire in here and we'll just make do with the piece of fish we have. And then we'll go and fish on the way to Electro. Mine and Dad's favourite spot. Get this fish down us. Reflect. Consider the gains we've made from Dolina. Pretty big gains, in fact. Let's use one of these raggedy old rags, which I should have done last time. How's our survival skills now, Mike? We're getting pretty good at this, son. We don't want to overcook it, we just want to defrost it. Still got that for blood regeneration. Still got a use on our sharpening stone. We've picked up a hatchet which was pristine. It's now worn, but it's still better than our damaged one. Citramon we've picked up. Still got a salafalk. Spare magazine for the AK. The AK itself with the 3 shots. Pristine mag, badly damaged. Some ursofural and mesalazine for its upset stomachs. New rocks, which I'm pretty sure is for concussion. So if we get another one of those bastards again, we'll be able to get rid of it with just the jab of the pen. Bit of food and hydration from this fish, but we will stop and fish before getting to Electro City itself. Creeping closer, Mum and Dad. To maybe getting the answers. Maybe not. Still not sure how this is going to end. What's going to happen to me? Any others I come across? But while there's snow on the ground, I'll keep putting one foot in front of the other. As promised. In my prayers. We're coming to the end of the tape. This is Michael Thomas. End of message.